Hey, Kevin Thompson here, and I just wanted to shoot this quick message for Rich Creal. Rich and I had a conversation a couple months ago, and in that one conversation, it completely changed the dynamic of the way that I do business and the way that I interact with people. And one of my gifts is I have been making connections and introductions for entrepreneurs for years. I love talking with entrepreneurs, finding out what they're up to, what they're working on, what challenges they're dealing with, what problems they're dealing with. And I just automatically, what my unique ability is to have this, I can automatically just default to thinking like, oh, you should connect with so-and-so. And if you don't already know them, let me make that connection for you because they can help you. Or you should talk with them about what you're doing, because there might be a strategic partnership there or what have you. I just always default to that. And I've been doing this for years and I've made connections that have been worth millions of dollars. And Rich and I got to talking about this, and he's like, Kevin, he's like, are you getting compensated for any of these introductions that you make? And I'm like, no, I never have. And he's like, well, why not? I was like, well, I guess I never thought about asking for that. And he's like, Kevin, he's like, what if you were to start asking for that? And he gave me he's like, he made a suggestion. He's like, let me know how this sits with you. What if, as you're telling someone about a potential introduction that you have for them, what if you were to say to them, hey, if I made this introduction for you and helped you and this other person work out the details and come to an agreement, and it ends up moving forward, would you be opposed to sharing a percentage of the new revenue that now comes from that? Just sharing a piece of that pie. And that, as soon as Rich mentioned it, I was like, my gosh, that is just so simple. And not only that, it's so in alignment with me. And so we started doing that. In fact, Rich and I were at an event when we had this conversation. And the next day, with some of the other participants at that event, I had the opportunity to just have this experience with them and ask people this. And it was so amazing, excuse me, that people were like, as soon as I would say, are you opposed to sharing a percentage of this additional revenue that comes with me? Not one person has said no. And it's completely changed the dynamic. And now I've got, still doing my thing, still making introductions, still making connections for entrepreneurs. But now it's so much more exciting because now I'm looking at sharing in the additional revenue. Like, we've been tweaking this message and even adding to it a little bit more as we go along. But Rich, I want to thank you so much for your help and your guidance and just, giving me this added insight, because it's been a complete game changer for me. So thanks much for that, Rich. Really appreciate it.